Have you ever thought about what your life will look like when you're 70? Maybe you picture yourself traveling the world, spending quality time with grandkids, or finally mastering that hobby you've always put off? It all sounds amazing, right? But here's the thing: that dream future doesn't just happen. It needs a plan, and that plan starts today. Let me tell you a story about two friends, Alex and Ben. They started their careers at the same time, at the same company, earning the same salary. They were both smart, hardworking, and had big dreams. Alex was a live for the moment kind of person. Every paycheck felt like a celebration. New gadgets, fancy dinners, weekend trips. Alex wanted it, Alex got it. Retirement felt like a million years away, a problem for future Alex to deal with. Whenever the topic of saving came up, Alex would just laugh and say, "You only live once. I'll start saving when I make more money." Ben, on the other hand, had a slightly different approach. He also enjoyed life, but he always set aside a small piece of his paycheck first. It wasn't a huge amount, just a little bit every month, automatically transferred into a retirement account. His friends, including Alex, would sometimes tease him for being so serious. Ben would just smile and say, "Future Ben will thank me." Fast forward 20 years, Alex and Ben are now in their 40s. Life has happened. They both got promotions, but also faced unexpected expenses: a leaky roof, a car repair, medical bills. Alex's lifestyle had only gotten more expensive. The "I'll save later" mentality never really went away. Each pay raise was just an excuse to upgrade the car or take a more lavish vacation. The credit card bills started piling up, and the thought of retirement was now a source of anxiety, not a distant dream. Future Alex had arrived, and he wasn't prepared. The idea of saving now felt impossible, like trying to fill a bucket with a massive hole in it. The stress was starting to affect his health and his happiness. Meanwhile, Ben's small, consistent contributions had been quietly working for him in the background. Thanks to something magical called compound interest, his retirement account had grown much larger than the total amount he had put in. That little stream of money had turned into a respectable river. Seeing his savings grow gave Ben a sense of security and freedom. When his car broke down, he could handle it without panicking. He still enjoyed life, but his joy wasn't tied to the next big purchase. It was rooted in a feeling of control over his future. Let's jump ahead another 20 years. Alex and Ben are now in their 60s, nearing retirement age. For Alex, the reality is harsh. He's looked at his finances and realized he simply can't afford to stop working. The dream of traveling and relaxing has been replaced by the fear of not being able to pay his bills. He's tired. He's worked his whole life, but he feels like he has nothing to show for it but a collection of old gadgets and fading memories of expensive dinners. He looks at his younger colleagues, full of energy, and feels a pang of regret. He has to keep working, not because he wants to, but because he has to. Now, let's look at Ben. He's also in his 60s, but his story is completely different. That river of savings has grown into a vast lake. He has options. He can choose to retire and finally take that trip around the world he and his partner have always dreamed of. He can afford to help his kids with a down payment on their first home. He can spend his days gardening, volunteering, or just enjoying a quiet cup of coffee without a single worry about money. He's not retiring from life. He's retiring into a new, exciting chapter of it. His biggest stress is deciding where to travel first. The difference between Alex and Ben wasn't their income, their intelligence, or their luck. It was their mindset and their habits. Alex chose short-term pleasure, while Ben chose long-term freedom. Now, you might be thinking, that's a nice story, but I'm like Alex. I don't have a lot of extra money to save, and that's a completely valid feeling. But here's the secret. You don't need a lot of money to start. You just need to start. Think about it like this. If a 25-year-old starts saving just $200 a month and gets a pretty average return, they could have over $500,000 by the time they're 65. But if they wait until they're 35 to start saving that same amount, they'd end up with less than half of that. Waiting just 10 years literally costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. The most powerful tool you have on your side isn't a huge salary. It's time. Time is the magic ingredient in the recipe for financial freedom. It allows your money to work for you through compounding, where your earnings start generating their own earnings. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but with enough time, it becomes an unstoppable force. So how do you get started? It's simpler than you think. The first step is to just look at where your money is going. Use an app, a spreadsheet, or just a notebook. You'll probably be surprised. That daily $5 coffee, it's over $100 a month. Those subscription services you forgot you had, it's another $30 or $40. Once you know where your money is going, you can find small places to trim. We're not talking about giving up everything you love. It's about being intentional. Maybe it's brewing coffee at home a few days a week, or canceling one streaming service you barely watch. The next step is to make it automatic. This is the most crucial part. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to a retirement account every payday, even if it's just $25 or $50 to start. The key is to pay your future self first before you have a chance to spend it on something else. Treat it like any other bill, like your rent or your phone bill. It's a non-negotiable payment to the most important person in your life, future you. If your employer offers a retirement plan like a 401k, especially one with a company match, that is free money. I repeat, free money. Not taking advantage of that is like turning down a raise. Make sure you are contributing at least enough to get the full company match. I know talking about money can be stressful, can feel overwhelming and complicated, but avoiding it doesn't make it go away. It just makes the problem bigger down the road. Facing it head on, even with small steps, is incredibly empowering. It's a profound act of self-care. It's telling yourself that you are worthy of a secure and joyful future. Think back to Alex and Ben. Which future do you want for yourself? You want to be the person who is forced to work out of necessity, filled with regret? Or do you want to be the person who has the freedom to choose, to live life on your own terms, to enjoy the fruits of a lifetime of labor? Your journey to a comfortable retirement doesn't start with a lottery win or a massive inheritance. It starts with a decision to prioritize your future. It starts with that first automatic transfer, no matter how small. It starts today. Don't let future you down. Give that person the gift of freedom, security, and peace of mind. They will be eternally grateful. You have the power to write your own story. Make it a great one. Thanks so much for watching. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content to help you build a better financial future. See you in the next one.